There's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What's going on, entertainers? So today I'm coming to you guys with another video. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Okay, so this is another Hollywood Hot Topics. First, we're gonna start off with Tasha K's interview with Latocha Scott's husband, Rocky's mistress, right? So, first of all, she's really pretty. Because we've seen her all use, the filters and everything like that. So I was like, oh, she might be a little ugh. Okay, but she's actually really pretty. So I've talked about this with somebody before. I don't get why people who look good in real life use filters so heavily. Like, why? You look good. Like, why do you need that? Like, are you trying to become a cartoon? It's giving Looney Tunes. Like, why are you trying to do that? But y'all know how Tasha do. First of all, anytime that Tasha mentioned Rocky's name, she lit up like a Cheshire cat. Like Tasha would be like, so Rocky, Rocky was wooing you, take you out on dates. He was at the hotel, right? And then she's like, yeah, he was. Mm-hmm. Like she would light up, but she would try to hide it. Okay. So I kind of peeped that throughout the whole interview. And she said she was gonna comfort Tasha K, and the whole time Tasha K is just like, I know. I piss off a lot of people. It cost me $4 million. Yeah. But okay. We're going out on we go. You in the studio, you in the wine cellar. So relax. Because if y'all don't remember, that lady was really gonna comfort Tasha K because she wasn't happy with Tasha K because Tasha K was saying that this lady's story is fake. It's not real. She's lying. She's making the whole thing up, right? So she felt some way about Tasha K from the jump. But she seemed very nice and copacetic throughout the whole interview. It was really giving of information, right? And Tasha K made sure to say allegedly, girl. Even though, which we're going to get later on to, Rocky said that phone call, he did not know that was recorded. That phone call with Tasha K was like, what you want, Rocky? What do you want? That wasn't that he didn't know that was on live on the YouTube and on her platform. So she was just like, I gotta make sure I say allegedly. Now this lady really gave us some really good tidbits of what happened, right? So they went out for like up to 5 years, basically, like basically a long-term relationship for 5 years. All this stuff. She was basically the Krishan Rock. Okay, this girl had like 3-4 pregnancies, aborted a couple, all that stuff. So when she said that, I'm like, whoa, this is an older Krishan. And she got a New Orleans accent. So she was like, Rocky, and me and him, we went out for a little bit, and then we took on a couple of dates, and like they just kept seeing us together. Like he would tongue me down in the club together, and like we went out to the hotels, and like he just told me that he wasn't with Latocha, that he was going to leave Latocha. So like I really think that like he was leaving her and that he was really wanting to be with me. But the whole time he was just lying and manipulating me. He's good. He's good. That's one thing she kept saying is he's good. That shows that he's a very great manipulator. He's a master manipulator. Head of deceit. Okay. So this is the funny part. Tasha K, y'all, I'm telling y'all, say what you want about the lady, but she's a good key. She's a good key. Tasha not Latasha. The lady goes, her name is Unique. Okay, I want to put that in there. Unique. That is her name, y'all. Okay, that's what she is. Okay, cheating on cheating with Latasha's husband. That's what she does. Alien superstar. Whip it. Okay, right. So she says that she to the point their relationship really got close. He would vent to her. He even cried to her. At one point, she was over and she was just like, at the end of the day, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to get your life together because he was very insecure, okay? According to her, he was very insecure. Very insecure, okay? So at one point, she wanted to cut it off and he was like, no. And guess what he did, y'all? He said, two R. Kelly songs and another song. And then the moment, of course, Tasha K heard R. Kelly, she was just like, oh, he said what? He did what? Huh? And then they're like, yeah, he sent like an R. Kelly song. Like, yeah, that's what he did. And then she's like, what? Oh my God. What R. Kelly song did he sing? I think one of them was like, I understand or something like that. I forget the songs or whatever. If y'all don't know, Rocky has worked closely with Mr. R. Kelly. Okay. So that's why a lot of people are kind of looking at him sideways from the jump, like me. Okay. So, and the funny part, Tasha K goes, "Oh, so romantic. He said you are Kelly songs. So romantic." Hmm. Let me tell y'all, the devil works hard. Tasha K works harder. So then, he said he took her on trips. And then Rock got her pregnant by like 2 times. Because so by this time, in the beginning of their relationship, she already got pregnant like once. He told her, get rid of the baby, abort mission, right? So she didn't want to do it. But he was just like, it's good. Like, we're going to have more babies together. Okay? We're going to build a future together. You're going to have my baby. Not now, though. Right? So she went down to the clinic, boop, 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 shook her Debbie cakes to the clinic, and got it taken care of. So after she gets it taken care of, she goes, Rocket, I finished the mission. The mission is, been abandoned. So like, what's up? Right? So Rocky was just like, oh man, I wish you would have kept it. You see the manipulation? Basically, he gaslighted her. Basically, was just like, I look, you wanted to keep it, blah blah blah. Like, oh my god, like maybe you shouldn't have did it, just to sort of make her feel guilty and manipulated, as if he really cared that much. Meanwhile, he's probably like over the phone, like, right? He's doing him a happy dance because she aborted him. That shit, right? I was like, this man ain't nothing. So you guys are probably thinking, why did she continue to like keep getting pregnant by him like a couple of times? And also, why was she just going out with him if he knew that she was that he was married? Okay. Why did she keep going to Pound Town? Take it, Pound Town. Yeah, my booty hole brown. She was on that type of time because he took her to Pound Town many times. Okay. Basically, the way she grew up, her mom and her dad were not together, and they did cohabitate in the same house together, but they of course had other outside relationships, so on and so forth. So she's thinking that Latasha and him are doing the same thing because he told her basically it's just about business, that they're not actually in a romantic relationship. He's just in it for the business. Soon they're going to, not be living together or whatever. That's what he was telling her. And this is going a span of 5 years, like really telling her this. She was saying that they were seen outside together a lot. Like they would go around. He would meet, execs, and she would meet execs and stuff with him, which is so scandalous, girl. Mind you, all on Tamika's 30K, girl. Give Tamika her 30K. So she even said she met T.I. So the moment, T.I. gets brought up, Tasha gets like, oh, T.I. I'm going with this, right? We're talking about Tip. What else? You hear this? T.I.? Oh, Lord. Okay. So wait. You met T.I.? What happened with T.I.? Basically, she said she didn't like formally meet him. Like he didn't go, hey, this is T.I. But they went over his studio. They were hanging out house and all that. And like, they met. Okay. They didn't say if anything happened, if stuff went down, if maybe she went downtown on T.I. or anything like that. That's not to be confirmed or denied. Okay. She didn't really go into that. It seems like she was sort of scared to really speak on Mr. Tip. All right. Tiny's probably watching this like, why you gotta talk about my man though? Like, why you gotta bring Tip up? Candy, you hear this? Like, I know Tiny feels the type of way because y'all just putting him in a mess. Okay. So T.I. did know and seen her around, so it's not like she was lying. And the girl had the receipts, which we're gonna get into. Okay, says that she said that he was an emotional guy. She cried. He cried to him. He cried to her. And then let's get to the hacking situation. If you guys remember on social media where she went on Instagram and basically was just like, "Oh yeah, my Instagram got hacked. I never said that." At the end of the day, um, it was just all a lie. It just wasn't true. Okay, like no, it wasn't the facts. My phone got hacked, right? Apparently Rocky put her up to it. So they met up one day or whatever, because I guess people started to find out and everything like that. And that's when Rocky was just like, okay, we're gonna need you to do this. Apparently, Rocky's PR team and everything was like putting her on to basically lie to Cap. Big Cap. Okay. So lying she lied to all of us because the whole time they actually were together. And meanwhile, when she recorded a video, I'm guessing she was with him. And she said she only did it to basically get his team off of her back and to not get like to not get any threatening text messages that she was getting. Mind you, this is around the same type of text messages that Tamika, if you guys don't remember, in her video that she stated that she was getting. So it's kind of a pattern that, Mr. Rocky Road has been doing. And it's been alleged that some R. Kelly victims have gotten the same things done to them with the threatening text messages. So I don't know if y'all want to connect the dots, touch my body, because it's giving very much, a pattern, right? So then we get to the receipts. You could tell though that this lady isn't a whore, okay? In the words of Monique, you are a salacious, you are a slutacious whore. She's not a slutacious whore. You can tell because she didn't come across boastful about it. She was just telling her story like this is what happened. She wasn't like a Selena Powell, like, yeah, he came over, he smashed my Debbie cakes, and he ate it up, and I gave him a spoon. Like she wasn't on that type of time. So I'll give her that grace. Okay, I'll give her that grace. Right? We get to the receipts. So this Tasha K, hold on, hold on. So she gives Tasha K her phone. Tasha K has her own phone, and she's basically Tasha K is videoing the text thread. Because mind you, Rocky was so smart. He was going to try to get the girl to delete the text thread, but Sister Girl is smart. Okay, she said nope, nope. Right? She didn't delete. She didn't delete the text thread. Okay, because Rocky was but like, oh, somebody's hacking into my phone. The aliens are coming. I'm gonna delete my text. You do it. You delete yours and all the messages or whatever. And then she was just like, oh no, I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna go home and ponder on that. I'm not gonna do that, right? Because she was catching on to what he was putting down. Okay, so of course Tasha K is looking at the message. She's like, oh Lord, he gave you cash apps, $5,000. Can he send me some? I gotta pay Cardi B back. Anyways, whatever. $1,000, $1,000 cash out. He giving you all that money. Wow, Rocky. Whoa. Oh my God. Damn. And then we even see, well, we didn't get to see it because, Tasha K's not trying to get any, more lawsuits. We see Rocky's Subway sandwich, or at least it blurred out. He's smart though. He didn't put his face in there. So it basically was a picture of, his Subway sandwich just out and about. And then Tasha was just like, I seen you in Rock Hard, Rocky. I seen it before. I did. Because, some other girls, side girls that Mr. Rocky had. He sent those to those girls too. So Tasha already had that in her vault, okay, and opened it up. It was just like, oh, that looks familiar. That's the same rocket launcher. So she compared and contrast, confirmed it was Rocky, okay? And Tasha was not a believer in her. So this is the first time not the first time, but like it's good that she kind of admitted that, like, hey, I was wrong. And yeah, you were right. Okay, you're not lying at all. So shout out to Tasha K for giving her props, mom. So we see several cash apps during the text thread, and then of course the nude. All right, and then this is where Tasha K gets messy. Tasha K is just like, FaceTime her, FaceTime her right now. Let me see. So uh the girl goes, he not gonna answer, but she did it like willingly or whatever through WhatsApp. What's the app? Okay. Because I think he changed his number. But Tasha K says that WhatsApp keeps your old number. Okay. So she does the FaceTime and he doesn't pick up, which I was so disappointed. Because imagine if he picked up, Tasha K would have been like, Rocky, how you doing? You love the Dwanos. We got your girl Unique right across from us right here. Do you know this lady? Like it would have been on that type of vibe. But he didn't pick up. Smart guy, right? And you guys are probably wondering, where is Latasha in all of this? Of course, Latasha was being probably told that, like, this is a crazy stalker lady. She wants to be an artist because this lady does music, but it's not like throughout this whole interview, I never heard her promote her music. She didn't try to sing for Tasha K. So I don't think she's doing this for clout. I really feel like she was in love with this man because I'm telling you guys, anytime his name was sort of brought up and mentioned, she kind of smirked and laughed about it and was just like you could tell like she still has probably little feelings for him. And if he offered the rocket launcher maybe on a down period on her like when she feels a little down, that she would take the offer. That's just what I get from it. Okay. Apparently what Rocky was telling her is that he is not happy with Latasha, plans to leave Latasha, and Latasha watches anytime he moves money, rightfully so, because that money, half of it probably isn't yours. Poor Tamika. It's really sad that Latasha has to deal with all of this because I really feel like the main problem is him. This interview really showed me how manipulative that he can be, which I suspected from even watching the show. If you guys watch the Bravo show, you could see this guy is shady. Like you don't even gotta say a lot. You just like mm, like yeah, you like that. It's like really obvious. So after that happens, Tasha K was just like, and also he doesn't wear his wedding ring. I had to put that in there. He doesn't wear his wedding ring when he's out and about with Unique. Just so you know, right? Tasha K, she bows down because she was just like, I had to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had the receipts. The winners are gonna eat this up. They didn't drink this up. Thank you, Unique. So that really ended the interview there. Like I said, she was very forthcoming with the information. Um, the receipts she had. I'm talking about like Tasha K was scrolling. It wasn't screenshots. It was like a text thread. So you can't make that up like at all. That's like impossible. Had PDFs of hotels, bookings, cash apps, okay, Zells, like everything. So the lady's not capping. I feel like the fact that he was able to do all of this shows how sneaky that he was. So I wouldn't doubt that he's the one basically putting it in her head that she needs to, separate herself from not only Escape, but not be close to Tamika as well, because Tamika's jealous of her. So that way he could have full control. Because I 100% believe if Tamika and Latasha were still close to this day, Tamika would be telling Latasha, you need to leave this man because this lady not lying. She is telling the truth. She has all the receipts. Why would this lady need to lie for? She's not getting anything out of it. She's being known as a mistress. That's not a prize. So why would she need to make this up? I'm just saying. So that's what I think. All right. So now I wanted to talk about the Brat. So the Brat, you guys really checked Latasha during this interview. Shout out to Jay Lee's Corner on Instagram. If you guys want to check out the video down below without my commentary, please check
Do you love getting
the
high?
comments. Please check the description box down below so that way you guys could check the link. Also, this is fair use, so make sure you guys check out her channel. So this was an interview that they did with Ricky Smiley, and Rocky, of course, was there, attending, basically being, her brain, which Candy said. Candy been going in on Latasha. They was just, you know what? Let me tell y'all something. Andy, bring your butt over here, okay? Right now, let me tell you what needs to happen. We need you to host a reunion. Okay? We need you to host the reunion. Let's talk. We need a reunion. Okay? And I don't want to hear, but The groups aren't really getting along. No, we need a reunion because that reunion would be explosive. We would get Lily versus Candy. We would get SWV versus Escape. We get Coco versus Candy. We get Candy versus Latasha. We get Tamika versus Latasha. We get Latasha versus Escape. Come on. That reunion would be iconic. And then we would have to bring the husbands out. Rocky, why did you say that Todd sucked the T Girl's D? We need answers. Okay, Andy? Bring your big butt out. All right. Let's get to this interview, yo.
There was an accountant on. Oh, okay. No, she's not an accountant. That's yeah. No, she's not an accountant. That's not true.
So one thing that Tamika's mama said was that she alleged that you and Rocky changed the address to your apartment in New York versus her house in Hampton.
First of all, my sister didn't live in New York, and no, all of us were staying with my mother, but no, that didn't happen. Okay, well, everybody knows that's not true.
The fact that Rocky can't even face the camera, it just shady is as shady it could be. Like, come on. It's really sad that we're seeing like her. It's like she's under a spell.
Edward Bivens, come on now. Okay. Well, she does.
He said, "That's my name. I'm Rocky." No, that's the other Rocky. That's Rocky Balboa. No. Ain't do that for the check. No.
She knows him.
Let me just interject and say what I've been saying the whole time.
Okay.
With Candy, Tasha, and Tiny K on this nation. I've been around y'all since I was a kid. And
Yeah.
what I do know to be true is no matter what you did or said when you was little, your sister would definitely take your side, whether you was right or wrong.
And vice versa.
That's how sisters do, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But so that made it like 2 against 2.
Mm.
And it made it, because to me, you always seem like the person everybody had to listen to. I guess was the oldest. But Candy always seemed to be the one that was hurt and slighted because they had to take your side of what you said.
You said Candy was hurt and slighted?
Yeah, slighted because again, took your side.
On what? Right, but on
So basically, if y'all don't hear it clearly, the Brat basically was saying that most of the times that the escape group got into arguments, they would take Latasha's side. Basically, if Latasha had an issue, Latasha reigned supreme. Latasha was the one. Everybody listened to Tasha. What Tasha say? Tasha was in charge of the girls. Okay, basically. And Candy made Candy like an outsider. She always felt down, which I could, of course, see. Okay, now everybody, oh, we get it. You like Candy. This is coming from somebody who was there. Okay, so I'll be knowing what I'll be talking about. Okay.
in what instance can you say that about?
Remember we used to be on tour and stuff like years ago, just and Candy would just always seem like she would be sad. Just I don't know different instances like we was on tour for a long time. We did a lot of stuff together. Like,
Yeah. I don't remember her being sad though. No.
The breast said, "Really?" Let me tell you. Say what you want about the Brat, but she gonna tell the truth. She not gonna make up a lie. That's why when she confronted her sister, it wasn't no cap in that. She said, "Really? Huh? Is that so? Wow. Really?" That gag Latasha, she was like, "No, of course." She was probably sad. She has 2 sisters against her. Tiny's playing neutral. As I could see from the show, I could tell, of course, Tiny probably had Candy's back, but Tiny to me rides the fence too much. Pick a side, pick a sign, okay? You do too much of that fence riding. And if you're doing it now, I can guarantee she was probably doing it back then. So Candy was on the island all by herself.
I've seen her be sad a lot. I like that.
And are you saying that that's because of me, right?
I'm saying because they took your side most of the time. Right? Because even if you wasn't right or if you was wrong, your sister would always take your side. She was like the leader of the group back then. Was she not like the leader back then?
Well, at the end of the day, that's my sister, and most times when you have a sibling, that's the bond that you have. It's not so much as trying to bully anybody. It's just that's how we were brought up. That's the bond. As far as me being the leader, I've always been that person who when it comes
A
down to
bun is what's going to be on top of Candy's head during that recent episode's confessional. If y'all seen that sneak preview of the newest episode, I don't know who did her hair, but Candy, that was atrocious. It looked like a honey bun matted with a whole bunch of hair on it. A bond is what you guys had. A bun, it was on top of Nini's head.
to it, musical, making sure everybody was on their notes and stuff like that. So and when you're speaking, I don't know what instance you're speaking about, but oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry she was sad.
I didn't know that. I actually rewatched the other show. What's the other one y'all did before this one? And I think she was like almost crying, saying, "How could you not see when she was sad? She was sad all the time, and she felt attacked all the time, or something like that."
Okay, well, no, I don't remember that. I remember her saying that she felt like we didn't have a bun, she and I.
Would you?
Okay, so this the cap for me. Okay, the cap is always on Latasha's head. She keeps a white cap lace front.
It's the cap for me.
Yeah, the cap is on your hair, on the top of your head.
The cap is
the
on
wig
your
is the
hair.
cap.
Okay, because I do remember that scene being on Bravo. Y'all know how Candy let her cry. She was like, "How could you not see that I was down? Like, how could you not see that? Like, that's crazy." Right, I do remember that scene vividly. So that is a whole lot of cap to me. I really feel like if Latasha gets rid of RHOGT, I feel like her life will come back to a great level of normalcy. She'll still probably be able to do her gospel career, which is questionable. Okay, just saying. But she'll probably be more likely to maybe want to reunite with Escape, and maybe they could end up doing more shows together. Because what Latasha doesn't realize, what she's doing, you're literally losing money. Your gospel career may not soar, but let's say if you're cool with your sister and the group was all cool and copacetic, off of this show, you know how much people are going to want to book them and see them in concert because it's bringing up the old music again. So now you're missing out on money because you want to do your own solo thing, listening to your husband who's cheating on you or who has cheated on you, whatever. So I don't think what she's doing is smart. It just is dumb to me. Like, it's really, really dumb that she's like allowed all of this stuff to happen. Okay. All right. Next, I wanted to talk about, you guys, was a girls trip. So girls trip, you guys, y'all. Let's talk about girls trip. Girls trip was so good. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Okay, so let's start with Candace crying. Candace, you guys, is the master of just tearing up for sympathy. So before she could even confront Portia on what she did on I think it's called like a group chat or something on the Bravo platform, she goes, "It really, really hurt me, Portia, that you did this." Candy, there's not even Candace. There's not even tears coming out of your eyes. What are you wiping? The doodoo crust from your eyes from waking up in Thailand? You're not crying. I'm so sick of Candace. It's not even funny. Like, bro, like I like her, but it's like it's some things that she does. The crying thing gets on my nerves because like you're not an abused child. Like, stop. You're a grown woman. Stop crying. I get people cry for certain things. Like me, I get somebody who cries because they're angry, they don't want to hit somebody. I get that because that's like you crying to keep from going crazy. That type of crying I get. But when you crying over a simple conversation, you can't even get your words out, and you talk about something, and it's not like it's a family thing. This is somebody you don't even know like that says something about you online, and it hurt me because like, girl, like, bruh. Portia pulled out that little toilet. It was making for the kids or the whole thing. I don't get why she feels as if Portia didn't have the right to say what she had to say, because at that point in time, it's not like her and Candace were best bosom buddies. So she didn't owe you no loyalty. So why are you crying, getting all so emotional about her opinion and what she had to say about what Monique told her? Because Monique was basically saying that she tried to sue her and press charges and stuff to pay the down payment on her house. And Candace was like, "No, that's not true. You did try to get her in jail, though. Let's talk about that. For like assault, like you did try to put her in jail. So don't act like nothing like that happened, that you didn't run to the cops and act as if Monique was Osama bin Laden. Okay, like stop it. You was leaving notes around your house saying that you're gonna be okay, as if the Scream character was after you. Like what? It's just Candace to me sometimes is a little embarrassing. Don't get me wrong, she, this season was redeeming for her, but some moments like this, she's embarrassing to me because it's like you're doing too much. Okay, so let's get into the fight about journalism. Who's the journalist? Okay, in the words of Portia, I get the journalism jobs. Portia, you're not a journalist. What I do isn't journalism. All we're doing is commentating on what we're seeing and we're reporting on things. I didn't go and get a degree for this. Don't get me wrong, my setup is cute and light nicer than some of these, other platforms. Yeah, you hear me. But I'm not a journalist. And Portia, neither are you. You are a TV host. There is a difference. A commentator, there is a difference. Okay? Portia, do you not remember when you went on the Breakfast Club and you couldn't even pronounce a word and Charlamagne had to help you pronounce that word? How are you a journalist? Okay? Because you couldn't even pronounce it. You had to skip over a word. And I forget the word that it was, but it was like such an easy word to pronounce. So that already makes you unqualified to be a journalist because you can't even pronounce words. I'm just saying. So I get that what Candace was saying 100% when it comes to that. Because Portia, you should have left that alone, okay? Remember when Andy clowned her at the reunion where Portia was like, I am a journalist or whatever. That's my job. And then Andy goes, that's not journalism. So she goes, you're trying to make fun of my job? Like, no, it's not journalism. That's it. It's just not. Okay? But another thing too, Candace, stop bragging on them degrees when you're not out here like Dr. Wendy. This is why I respect Dr. Wendy. Say what you want. Some people don't like Dr. Wendy, but guess what? She has that degree and she's using it. Okay? Let's really talk about it. That's why the girls are so mad at her. She may, try to open up frivolous businesses and whatever, but guess what? She is using her degree. So y'all need to relax. I'm just saying, right? So Giselle, she does this whole New Orleans, dinner and she hosts her event, which is like a New Orleans themed event. This is the most we've ever known of Giselle. I feel like this, I didn't even know she was from New Orleans. I don't know her. I don't know you at all. You're like a ghost. Because, no, the event was nice. It was really, really nice. Don't get me wrong. But I just feel like she could have opened up a lot more about her past, her childhood coming up, and where she was from. Okay, some of the stuff that she went through in New Orleans and stuff like. Don't get me wrong, she gave us a history of New Orleans, but not in relations when it came to her at all. So next season, I'm really worried about next season because Atlanta looks really good next season, but Potomac, Portia's event was really, really cool. I really liked how she had those fun games. I feel like this is why Bravo and Peacock are top tier versus some of these other networks, because their setups and their concepts are so top tier and they're so nice and they're so nicely done that no other network could really see them. No other network can really hold a candle to them. They know what they're doing, period. When it comes to the games, the scenery, okay? They even, during this episode, they have him do massages, which some of them were so loud and ignorant during that massage. And let's talk about Leah. Leah wants to go home. And Leah, to me, I would hate to be around her because she's so miserable. She's just like, so no, I don't want to be here. Why are we even talking about this? Giselle, I don't care about you. Portia, you're not a journalist. Candace, stop crying. She's just so she's like a dud. Why did you agree to come to the trip? Somebody else could have replaced her and brought the drama and funniness. We didn't need you. I'm sorry. You could have sat home. They really should have started up and offered Monique Samuels $3 million or something, some crazy amount for her to do the season. I really would have had a shot. Let's really talk about it. Candace would have probably not did it how Monique came though. Let's talk about that though. So yeah. But that's what I think about Leah. She's too miserable. And I feel like with them asking her, who do you think should not come back for Legacy? That's something fun. You could have just answered that. You biting and eating the scorpion leg, that's so like you're lame. Like you're so lame for that. It's a girls' trip. Let loose. Okay. Like I get she felt like she was being attacked by Portia and Giselle. I get that. Because to me, Portia's a mean girl. And that's why I don't really mess with Portia like that. Although, she does serve the looks, right? But to me, she comes across very much like a mean girl, very much high schooly type vibes. And also she lives in a world of delusion. That's why she thinks she's a journalist, right? But still, you still could have put that aside and tried to at least have some fun. Like she held onto it too long as if she was filming New York Housewives still, okay? So let's talk about the Heather and Whitney thing. That's getting annoying to me too. Okay? Y'all arguing about leaving being a Mormon, and it's like I guess Heather's not really leaving being a Mormon, and Whitney doesn't believe that, right? She thinks that the book is just a money grab, and she's not really leaving being a Mormon, that she's still part of the Mormon church, okay? So Whitney's just like, Heather told 3 lies. One lie, she's still with the Mormon church. Second lie, Jen Shaw punched her dead in her shit. Third lie, she's just a fucking liar. So at the end of the day, I don't really trust Heather because why should I? Like, I'm just, I just don't even think she's my cousin at this point. I'm gonna call Mary and I'm gonna call Lisa Barlow and we're just gonna figure this out. I'm just so sick of hearing Whitney's voice a little bit low key too. Okay, if you don't like Heather, leave her alone. She hurt you, but you're using that excuse to gather more of a storyline for next season. Because really, if Heather were gone, Whitney, you would have like no storyline. You would have like low-key no purpose for being like on the show. They did try to FaceTime Jen Shaw, but she didn't answer. I was kind of sad. I was hoping that she was gonna answer. Giselle's so messy too. She was just like, "Can you FaceTime from jail? Can you FaceTime from jail? Can you?" Oh, okay, Giselle. Let's see who's laughing when you get demoted. One of these upcoming seasons of Potomac because you have no storyline. Okay, and when it comes to Giselle and Portia and their little lines, I feel like if those two were put on an actual Housewives show, like where they film like regularly, they would hate each other. Let me tell you guys why. Giselle would try to pride in Portia's business, and Portia would hate that. One thing Portia doesn't like is somebody getting into her business, asking her a lot of questions, and really dissecting her life. That's why that whole Simon thing really irritated her when it came to Candace, even though Candace did what should have been done and, asked the questions that we all wanted to know, right? So Giselle would really get on Portia's nerves. And I don't think she realizes that. You guys only see each other really in fun times and in passing. But best believe if you're around this lady for a long period of time, you'll be choking her out. And that's facts. And Giselle, why are you lying? Okay? You're a liar. You made it seem as if you didn't try to make the whole Chris thing an SA situation. You kind of did because you said, I felt uncomfortable. Remember I felt uncomfortable. Yeah, yeah, right? That insinuates that there was SA involved because you said that the way, he put that both of you guys were in the room and kind of approached you and everything, it made you feel like he wanted you to bust the Debbie cakes open and that, oh, he was a sneaky link, right? Remember all of that? You left that out when you was telling Portia. So I wonder how Portia feels when she's watching all of this back when from watching the Potomac season and now watching this girls trip. I do not think Candace and Portia are friends. I'm surprised she even got invited to the wedding, right? This is the funny part. Mo got invited to the African wedding. I think Candace got invited to the regular wedding to keep them separate because y'all know Candace is still scared and needs a tissue napkin to wipe her tears if the name Monique is even mentioned. Okay, they could be talking about Monique the comedian, and she'll be like, "Oh my god, girl, stop crying." Okay, this series is like amazing. Another funny tidbit I wanted to mention is when Candace burped at the at the dinner table, and Marisol and Alexia were like, "Oh my gosh, she birthed at the dinner table." Oh, and she's laughing about it, but they said it in Spanish. All right, let me know what you guys think about this video. What did you guys think of the recent Girls Trip episode? Do you guys think what Portia does is journalism? Okay, broadcast journalism, because she has the journalism job. Okay. Let me know what you guys think down below. Also, what you guys think about the interview if you guys did watch it, or what you guys think about my recap. What do you guys think about the Brat basically defending Candy? Leave your comments down below, and we are out, babies.
No personal thing.